Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening today. This is going to be the 2022 full year reading for the zodiac sign of Leo. Typically, my videos are just a month long or a few weeks long, but this time we're going to take a look at 2022 as a whole. It's going to be the regular reading where we're going to take a look at what energies are wrapping up, what's coming to a close in 2021. We're going to take a look at general 2022. We'll do a column on money, career, finances. We'll also take a look at love, family, relationships. And then the last column, as always, we'll do message from your future self or spirit guides to carry in to 2022. I also will do some additional cards for you at the end that I don't usually do. And we'll do 3 yes or no questions for anything you still have concerning 2022. Given the length of this being for all of 2022, I do definitely recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture because it is going to be a whole year. But with that being said, Leo, let's go ahead and jump in. So we're going to pull an affirmation card that's also a summary card. The card we're getting is I feel grateful. So likely some things that happened in 2021 that you're feeling really grateful for. But let's pull some cards and see what's going on. Okay, the first card that we have is the Chariot, starting off with a major arcana card here. I like the Chariot card. This is a card of action and change. This is also, somebody once described this to me as like the vroom vroom card. It really means that you're going places, things are happening. In some cases, some of you might have actually gotten a new vehicle in 2021. But with the Chariot, you see that the cart is moving away from the town. In some cases, you don't necessarily know where you're going. So some of you might have felt like you didn't know where you were going. However, it's going to take you to a great place regardless. So I would say that there's some action and change. Some of you have really been on a journey in 2021. The next card that we have is also a card of change and transition, the Six of Swords. I know people get a little freaked out when they see the Six of Swords. I actually really like the Six of Swords. So if you look, everybody's head is kind of hanging low. They're facing away from us. And then the swords are sticking down into the boat. But the nice thing about the Six of Swords is that the boat is going forward. They're moving forward into a really good direction. The Six of Swords is a necessary transition. For some of you, you might have actually physically moved or relocated, but some of you, this just might have been a year of transformation, of movement, of new things. Then we end with the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, it's really a sense of newness, Leo. It's new anything, really. In the case of swords, it's typically new ideas, new mental clarity. It's also a card of surgery. Some of you might have had some sort of operation as well, but I feel like there was definitely a transition, things moving forward, and I'm not surprised that you found something new on this journey. But let's clarify. These are likely things, again, with your affirmation card at the top there, that you're probably pretty grateful for. So let's see. The first clarifying card we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a reliable, patient, hard-working card. So in some cases, I feel like a lot of you are seeing that your hard work paid off. You probably were working for whatever this action or change is. Maybe you were working really hard to get this new car, like you were saving money for it. So it's a card of hard work and patience. So glad that that worked out for you. Then we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, it oftentimes is like speed of action or like a quick change. It could also be news coming in. So whatever this changes might have happened quite quickly. Like maybe you were working really hard to it and then bam, it just happened. Or you could have got some sort of news that really like caused you to move, caused you to make a change. But this is usually like a card of speed or news coming in. And then we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is waiting for results. In some cases, it's having to make changes. It's also a card of travel. Again, travel came up, relocation, moving for you. But with the Two of Wands, again, I feel like some of you might have been waiting and working really hard for this change, and then all of a sudden it just happened. Two of Wands could also be making a choice. So maybe you made a choice and now all of this came together for you. And that's on top of that Ace of Swords, which is that newness, that new idea, that new clarity. It's likely because you made a choice on something. Okay, Leo, so now let's hop into 2022 and see what we have going on. This next column is just going to be general, coming through what's coming to me for 2022. We have the I Will Encourage card. Always a good card. Make sure you're encouraging yourself, encouraging others around you. But let's see what we have going on. The first card that we have is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a very nostalgic card. It could also be a gift or some sort of reunion. If you look at the card here, we have the two people. One of them is handing the other one a cup with the flower in it. But this could also be two people reconnecting that haven't been connected. We'll clarify this a little bit further, but you may find that you are getting gifts. You may be finding that you're being reunited with somebody that's really going to encourage you, or you'll be encouraging them. We'll see what comes of that. Could be a period of reflection too. Maybe you're taking a step back and just taking a look at everything that's happened. We have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is kind of a card of a low place. This is kind of a blunt way to say it, but oftentimes the Ten of Swords is like a rock bottom feeling. So we'll clarify this some more. That there may be a point where you're kind of feeling at a low. Maybe that's where the encouragement is coming through. Definitely will clarify. And then that's followed by the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is having two choices, having to make a choice. It could be multitasking or weighing options. What I'm getting is this kind of card is kind of separate. I think there will be some sort of gift or reunion, but like there might be a point where you just have to make a change is what this is saying. But of course, let's clarify and see what we come up with. Okay, you could not have asked for a better card on top of the Ten of Swords there. But let's start with the Death card. So the Death card kind of freaks people out. It does not mean death. It's actually typically a really good card. It indicates there's some sort of big change. It indicates that there's going to be some sort of ending. And it's transformation. It's like kind of a rebirth. It's time to move on to something new. I think that there is going to be a point, Leo, where it's like, okay, I can't do this anymore and I need to try something new. Maybe this is a relationship. Maybe this is like a lifestyle change. Maybe this is career for some of you. But there's going to be a point where it's just like, yeah, got to try something new. That's again on top of that Six of Cups card. So maybe like a reunion prompts you to do this. Maybe a gift prompts you to do this. Maybe it's that reflection we were talking about, like you're reflecting and it's just not what you want, Leo. And then we have the Sun card. Seriously, could not have asked for a better card for you, Leo, on top of your Ten of Swords. Remember, this is kind of a not good place to be. In a very coarse manner, they say that this is rock bottom. But we have the Sun, and the Sun is like material happiness. It's joyous outcomes. It's success. So I feel like when you get to this point and you do finally make this decision, it's going to be everything for you. It is going to lead to that happiness that you're not feeling, that joyous. It's going to be very successful when we make this transformation. Then we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is having choices, which conveniently you have two choice cards together. So you definitely will be making some sort of choice, but know that this choice is going to lead to a transformation and take you to a really wonderful place. I feel like for some of you, you haven't felt like this true joyous happiness in a while, and you're going to get to feel that in 2022, which is really special. So now let's take a look at career, money, finance. This could be businesses you own. This could be investments that you have. Really anything money, Leo. Okay, great card to have in your money column. Okay, let's start with the Justice here. The Justice card is a card of cause and effect, win-win. In some cases, it's truth coming out. You have the balance beam here, so it's like people get to see the truth, things balance out. Overall, I'd say that this is a good card in your work column. if you're like waiting to see if an investment's going to work out or if a job's going to work out, I would say it's going to. Also, I feel like with the Justice card, again, it's very win-win. So there will be a good partnership, there will be a good balance, work-life balance, workload balance. So I enjoy seeing the Justice card in the money column. Then we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is studious, it's hard work. In some cases it's new love. So this could be like a new boss or a new leader for some of you, new business partner. It's also volunteer work. Volunteer oftentimes does fall into this column. I would say if you are doing charitable work, volunteer type hours, that's really wonderful. You might find a new charity or organization that you feel really passionate about that you want to give hours to. You might find your job is now giving you volunteer time off, something like that. But it's also studious. So some of you might be studying for your career. Maybe you're still in school. You're kind of working to advance. Maybe you're getting a new certification. You're in management training, something along those lines. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is one of my favorite. I have two favorite cards. I'm sure you've heard me say the Wheel of Fortune. Gotta love it. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of good fortune. It's a card of money. It's a card of turning point. It's a card of luck. So it is like the money card and you have it in your money column. So you have to love that. I think financially things will look really, really good for you, Leo. So let's clarify these cards and see what we come up with. The first card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. Have to love this in your money column as well. With the Nine of Pentacles, this is a card of luxury, it's self-sufficiency, it's financial gain. Of course, you want the financial gain card in your money column, so I would say that this is great for you. You could be getting more money, but just overall, the career front and money front looks good. That's on top of that Justice card. And with the Justice card, I feel like it's going to be win-win, cause and effect. So like you're working hard, you're going to get paid. Nine of Pentacles is nice to have. And we have the Five of Pentacles. Typically we don't want this card in the money column. This could be a card of poverty, but it's also like worry and financial loss. What I'm getting for some of you is I don't think there will be any financial issues. Let me clarify by saying this. But sometimes I feel like for some of you, going back to this studious person, you're questioning if school or whatever learning you're doing is going to be beneficial. And I think it will be. Again, with this cause and effect, this win-win, like the work that you're doing is going to pay off. But I have a feeling that some of you are worried about this. This is a card of worry. Some of you could just be worried about finance in general. And I wouldn't be. You have some really great money cards. So hopefully some of you can shift in 2022 into this mindset of having everything that you need. There will be abundance. Money will be coming in. And if you're working towards something and you're like, is this going to pay off? It's going to pay off, Leo. Then we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card kind of like of a bully type relationship. So some of you might have a coworker that you have some tension with. However, it is on top of the money card, so money is still going to be fine. The Wheel of Fortune is also a turning point. Literally, it's like turning the wheel. We have the wheel on the card. So for those of you that have been having work-related conflicts, you don't have a great relationship at work, that's going to turn too. Maybe the person you're working with will leave, or the boss you don't like will leave. You'll get to switch departments or something. So if you're feeling tension at work, don't worry, Leo. I feel like it's going to kick into gear for you in 2022. So now let's take a look at love, relationships, family, and see what we have going on. Alrighty. The first card that we have is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of teamwork. It's expansion, it's travel. So teamwork is a great thing to have in a relationship. So for those of you that are in a relationship, I would say it's a good partnership. You are like a team together. With the note of expansion, this could be expanding your family for some of you. So if you are looking to have children or grow your family, this is a good card of expansion. This is also a card of travel. So you might find that you're traveling with your significant other this year. Of course, we'll clarify. Then we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a card of friendship, relationships. It's a circle of support. And then it's also a card of celebration. So I would say that there will be something in your 2020 year that's worth celebrating. Maybe you have a major anniversary milestone. Maybe again it is baby news for some of you. You'll be celebrating that. It's just really overall a healthy, balanced relationship. And I feel like it's well supported. Your partner and you are working together as a team. It's well balanced. Then we have the Knight of Cups. This is a wonderful card to have in your relationships column. This is like Prince or Princess Charming, if that makes sense. This is like the ultimate beautiful relationship, perfect person riding in on their horse, knight in shining armor kind of vibe. It's a very much so a card of romance. It's also a card of proposals. So some of you will probably be getting engaged. If you're single, this like knight in shining armor or princess in shining armor, I think will be coming in for you. So looking good there. Of course, let's clarify. The first card that we have is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is kind of curious. It can sometimes be gossip. It could be looking for truth. Maybe some truth will come out in your relationship. So we're on the Three of Wands, which is that card of teamwork or expansion or travel. So what I would say is like something is going to happen that is going to expand your relationship. I think it'll be good for the majority of you. It's going to like strengthen this teamwork, whatever comes of this. Like this is probably a terrible example, but it's like maybe you go through this person's phone, and I'm not saying you should, and like you find nothing and you're like, oh, now I like know better. I know this person better. I feel more comfortable. That doesn't mean go looking through people's phone. Just an example, Leo. Then we have the Seven of Swords. This is a card of dishonesty. It's like trying to run away. It's betrayal. In some cases, some of you might have had a moment where you were trying to gather your stuff and run away. There could have been a dishonest relationship in the past. I would say though, this is on top of a very good card. This is a card of friendship. So maybe you left a relationship and you now see how wonderful your friends are. At this point, you'll be celebrating the end of this relationship if those of you did have a relationship end. Again, a really good circle of support. So I think through this not so great Seven of Swords, you realize that you had some really good friends there. And we have the Tower card. Some of you may be having a Tower moment in relationship. So there could be some relationships ending. But I feel like for most of you, again, if you are single, there was something bad happening, but then you have like the Knight in Shining Armor coming. What a great card to follow. So this bad relationship could be ending, and then now this great person is going to be coming in for you. Okay, now let's do our last column here, which is a message from your future self or spirit guides. So something for you to carry into 2022 with you. We have the card, I Feel Loved. That's wonderful. You absolutely are loved. Leo, make sure that you're loving yourself, but also those around you will love you as well. Okay. The first card we have is the Temperance card. Temperance is about balance. It's about harmony. It's kind of self-control or moderation. We're pouring the water between the two cups to find that balance. But Temperance is like a card of balance. So for those of you that are feeling not balanced, I do think that it's going to happen. Reading down this column, things were at some point not balanced, but there's going to be a rapid change where you achieve this balance, that Temperance card. We'll keep reading down the Four of Swords. This is a card of needing to retreat, rest, renew, recover. This person is laying down and they're tired. So I think that there could be a burnout point. This is kind of a warning to not have a burnout point. But the nice thing is that the energy is going to shift really quickly. We have the Knight of Swords, which is like fast-paced. It's a lifestyle change. So I think at some point in time, you are probably going to get tired, Leo, but then you're like, I'm going to make the decision, I'm going to make the change, and it's going to give you the balance that you're hoping for. Let's clarify. There's definitely really strong sword energy coming through in this last column. Sword energy is air signs, and it's also very intellectual. So this could be like maybe not so much physical exhaustion as it is like intellectually being exhausted. But let's see here. We have the Queen of Swords. This is very self-sufficient. It's very honest. So you're going to be moving into a place where you're more self-sufficient. You're finding balance. Maybe there was dishonesty. I know we had some dishonesty over here, and now that will be replaced with honesty. We have the Eight of Swords. I like seeing the Eight of Swords because I can give you kind of a warning sign with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restriction, isolation. It makes sense. I think some of you are going to pull back a little bit and go into this rest and recovery state, which you do need. But with this card, you see that this person's arms are tied up and they're blindfolded. But then you have all these swords stuck in the ground. And this person can very easily move backwards and cut themselves free. So just know that you can take this time for yourself to rest and retreat and get yourself moving. You can isolate, you can rest what you need. Don't limit yourself. But like this healing, this resting is in your control. Then at the bottom we have another great card. You have Chariot twice, so things are moving for you, Leo. Chariot card is a really great card. We talked about how this was going to be a quick lifestyle change for you. Again, Chariot is our vroom vroom card, which means things are moving, action and change is happening. You're going to be on a journey. So there will be another shift here where you're going to get this balance, this honesty. There's going to be a part where you're probably like, well, need to take a second for myself. But then the shift is going to happen very quickly. 2022 is looking good for you, Leo. But let's move into our other parts here. If you haven't thought of 3 questions, you can pause the video and think of those really quick. But I'm going to give you 3 short and sweet yes or no answers using the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. So go ahead and get started there. Question number 1, we pulled the 4 of Hearts. This is the number 17 card. This is going to be a yes. Then for question number 2, we have the 7 of Diamonds. This is number 38 card. Another yes. Then last but not least, question number 3, we have the Queen of Clubs. This is the number 40 card. Another yes. So all 3 yeses across the board for you, Leo. I debated whether I was going to do this or not, and I decided I was going to. I typically pull a healing stone for you for the month, and I think there will be value in giving you a healing stone for the entire year. So I'm going to give you a crystal. With this crystal, keep it in your pocket, put it on your nightstand, put it on your desk at work. Let's see what we have here. We have amber. Amber is good for creativity and warmth. It gives you like a childish like candor. You've probably heard me say before we want to stay connected to our inner child. But this is going to be happiness and joy in life. We definitely have that card of joy and happiness with the sun. So have to love that. Those go hand in hand. I'm also going to do an Angel Wishes card. Don't typically do this, but I'm going to today. So let's see, message from your angel. Be patient, all is well. We're also going to pull a card from the Let Go deck. 2021's ending and we're going into 2022. So, we need to let 2021 go. Dismiss thoughts that don't lead to the garden of infinite possibilities. And then we will do our typical healing note from the Healing Note deck and see what we get here. I wish I could show you when you are lonely or in a darkness, the astonishing light that's of your own being. Thank you so much, Leo, for watching, listening, tuning in today. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear if this video resonates with you. If you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box. But thank you again, Leo. Have a wonderful December and looking forward to 2022 with you.